one of the first things that I think of is like, if the data that you're seeing on the network is publicly available, what is going to be Amboss's moat, right? And I guess this is an issue that on-chain explorers also face, where all the available data is just on the blockchain. Like, how do you think about crafting a moat and crafting like an advantage over other explorers?
That's a great question, and something that we really had to wrestle with, because like as you said, anyone could run Amboss, like with the information that's available. So our business relies heavily on, one, people come for the user experience. We've got what I think is a beautiful platform that is easy to navigate. And then second, we have to create novel data sources. So you can't just rely on the public data. You will need to create your own type of data. And what we offer to subscribers or the members that pay us, we currently we're offering like historical views. So we're indexing the Lightning Network, and so you'll be able to not only see the Lightning Network state as it is, but also the history, which feeds into what is a node's reputation. What have they done to earn their status as the highest Boz score, or the top of Ellen Node Insight? So you'll be able to see their growth over time, and that's just one of the novel data pieces that we're planning on releasing for Amboss. But the historical view is there today.
Yeah. So what would someone use? Like, if I'm a node operator right now, would I just be looking at maybe popular nodes and seeing the popular nodes today? How did they grow and how did they get to that stage? Or is there any other reason I might want to access that historical data?
Yeah, I think right now it's just making some difficult decisions about where to allocate your sats. So if you see a routing node and they have some interesting connections that maybe you don't have a lot of exposure to, you'd be looking at their history and see, okay, how has this node grown, and how have they performed? And one of the other things that we'll be working on is, like, how do other nodes feel about this node, or how does this node fit into the broader scheme of the Lightning Network?
How do you measure that? I'm interested in that. Is this kind of the reputation idea that you mentioned a couple times?
Yeah, certainly. There will be a reputation score of sorts, and like there's a whole bunch of scores right now for the Lightning Network, and
right.
It doesn't interest us so much to go for a singular calculation that, okay, this node is this is at the top of the leaderboard, because there's a lot of those data points already, which we'll gladly aggregate and index those, so people can look at how this changes and be able to kind of compare which metric is important, what is a good metric that fits with my understanding of what a good node is.
I see. And maybe could that be different for different nodes? For example, like if someone wants to see all the nodes that are the most connected, and someone wants to see the nodes that have the lowest fee rates, or have different metrics that are interesting to either one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Could that reputation,
like a merchant that is selling different priced goods? I mean, like if I'm selling expensive things, I'm not interested in having a lot of channels. I'm having a few really big channels that is able to accommodate the goods that I have to sell. So there's tons of decisions to make. And like a big question for us as a business is just how do we allocate our time resources to building this thing? Because we know these questions are going to come up. and how is it best to display them, and what's most important right now that will allow us to be a sustainable business, as well as helping the network be a sustainable network.
Right. Okay. So I know right now I see on your site you guys have ads on the site. You mentioned your subscription business. Do you foresee a Lightning native business line where you're earning sats for some service or some, like, I don't know if it's routing or if it's something unrelated, but do you think that Amboss takes on a Lightning native stream of revenue, and do you think that becomes a meaningful source of income over time? Or do you think advertising, subscription, some of the tried and true business models of the internet that we know today will be the primary income sources for the company over time?
Our bet will be the subscribers will dominate. Currently it's advertising, but I don't see that as a long-term form of revenue. Some things like the KeySend billboard have been kind of a surprise for us in terms of revenue, because we're sorting messages that we receive in Lightning Network payments, and we're displaying those on our homepage, and we're sorting that based on the amount that was paid. So we've been somewhat surprised at how generous people have been. I think our customers right now recognize what we're doing and are willing to buy a subscription and just to support us. Just keep building what you're building. So right now we're relying heavily on the generosity of the Lightning Network, which has been good. Now, but like in terms of creating a sustainable business, a lot of that will rely on us providing products that the Lightning Network needs to have, and kind of creating that defensibility moat when we're thinking about what other competitors are going to come in, because I imagine it's going to be Visa or the large payment processors. They're going to want a piece of the action because the traditional model that Western Union has been using isn't going to hold muster to what we have going on the Lightning Network. It's cheap, fast, and reliable.
Yeah.